is up? My magic miscreants Risen Dragon here with a fun deck for you today, and today in honor of yesterday's National United States holiday, the one of Thanksgiving, we are doing a burnt turkey mono red build. It's some fun cards that have come back into rotation. Thank you to Foundations. I'm loving this new set. It really is. Well, it's not really a new set. It's one of those, like, what's old is new again. So let's see what this is all about. Basically, we are running a low-to-the-ground mono aggro build, Fanatical Firebrand. It's a hasty boy, does tap it, and it deals some damage to any target. Hired Claw is an interesting one. Whenever you attack with one or more lizards, it deals 1 damage to target opponent, plus for 1 and a red, you can put a +1/+1 counter on it, activate only if an opponent lost life this turn, and only once. So yeah, it does get a little bit interesting there, but Rotisserie Elemental, this is the one that we kind of based the deck around. It's an interesting card. It has Menace. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, put a skewer counter on it. Then you may sacrifice it. If you do, exile the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of skewer counters on Rotisserie Elemental, and you may play those cards this turn. So it does a little bit of exiling for us, and it can, you know, if we leave some mana open towards the end of the turn, we can gain a little bit of card advantage, which we don't have a ton of. This is such a low to the ground sort of build, and it pings people. So I'm going to explain what that means in a minute. A lot of these cards ping people. Shock deals 2 damage. Shivan Devastator enters with X +1/+1 counters on it. Nice little finisher there. Lightning Strike deals 3 damage to any target. Pyroclasm takes care of small creatures. Gotta make sure that we get those in there. Scalding Viper. Again, whenever an opponent casts a spell with mana 3 value or less, mana value 3 or less, I should say, it deals 1 damage to that player. Vayashino Pyromancer, one of my favorite cards from M19 when I first got back into Magic several years ago. When it enters, it deals 2 damage to target player or Planeswalker. Razorkin Needlehead has first strike during your turn. Whenever an opponent draws a card, it deals 1 damage to them. And finally, Urabrask's Forge, at the beginning of your turn, put an oil counter on it, then create an X1 red Phyrexian horror creature token with Trample and Haste, where X is the number of oil counters on Urabrask's Forge, and sack it at the beginning of the next end step. So yeah, fun stuff. We're going to do some low to the ground stuff for our sideboard. We got some Burst Lightning, some Abrade, Brotherhood's End to kind of, you know, deal with some bigger creatures and or artifacts. Ghost Vacuum. This one's an interesting one. Exile, tap it to exile a card from a graveyard, and then 6 and a tap sacrifice it. Put each creature card exiled with Ghost Vacuum onto the battlefield under your control with a flying counter on it. They're all 1/1s, but it's kind of one of those cool things you can bring back. Fun stuff. Scorching Dragonfire deals 3 damage, and it can exile. And we do have 2 Maze Mind Tomes, which I'm like I think I just kind of was like, just throw it in there. Whatever. But there is some cool things you can do here if we want to scry and draw cards and put page counters on them. That's kind of what it is. So, anyways, that is our burnt turkey mono red. I know it's kind of interesting. We do mono red at least once or twice each cycle. It's a little bit different than what I've been seeing, where you throw down a bunch of like prowess creatures and you just pump them up and swing. Yeah, we've done decks like that. We've also done decks like this one where it's low to the ground and whatnot, and kind of effective. But this one pings, almost constantly does damage to the opponent, especially with like the Hired Claw, Scalding Viper, and the Needlehead. So, if you like what you see, please like, please subscribe. If you're new to my channel, we do a best of 1 and a best of 3, so you can see how the deck functions in either one of those environments. So without further ado, let's get to the burnt turkey mono red games, kids. And we are against Zeal for our best of 1 matchup. Not the worst 2-land hand to keep. Scalding Viper does the work, so does Fanatical Firebrand, but they are on the play, so... Or they're on the... Yeah, they're on the play, so... I think... Do we hold up the Firebrand? Yeah, I don't know. I think we put down the Firebrand, and then the Viper, and then into... Hopefully we draw into some sort of 3rd land. Okay, so DIMIR. Yeah, I think we just go Firebrand. Quick study. Yeah, we just go Firebrand. So I bet you this is when they ditch. Or if this is a mill build. Ah, interesting. Yeah, we just do Lightning Strike. Oh, I think it's Fairies build. It's Fairies build. So getting the Viper down is going to be a big thing here. That. Swing in. It's almost like a death by 1,000 cuts type build. Oh, okay. Do we spend... Yeah, here's what we do. We do this. And I don't like to do it, but... And then we're just gonna go right to the face. Not sure if that was the most efficient play, but... Okay. If you make me discard another card, I'm gonna be in trouble. Pyroclasm. Okay, well. And we just do that. Do I try pushing damage across? They're just gonna block the Viper, so... I mean, either way, they're just gonna block stuff, so... Alright, fine. Cool, you get some damage across. Now we do start swinging in. Yeah, because here you want to put pressure. You want to get a little bit of pressure going. Forgive me, I'm doing my little energy drink in the morning. Snare Master Sprite. That's going to tap target creature, put a stun counter. Yep, that's the Pyromancer. Deduce. Okay, cool. Okay. So now they're playing with fire a little bit here because they need to make sure that they are watching their life total. Ooh. All right. You're gonna get pinged. Better find something with some life gain in it there, kids. So you're in a bit of trouble here. Okay, well you found that. Another ping. Okay. Okay. I was about to say, wait a minute here. Oh yeah, Shino Pyromancer. Guess what? I think you might be dead. Nah, I don't... Well, let's see where we're at. Yeah, let's just swing... I think you're dead. I think if you had gone with the, if you'd blocked the token with one of those, you may have had it, but let's go to the best of 3. As we rank into silver. Woohoo! And we are against Marco MTG, a silver 1, I believe. We're going first for once. Not a terrible keep. We've got 3 lands. We should be... knock on wood in pretty good shape. The shock. See what they put down, and then we go from there. Boom. Simic. I'm gonna make you pay for every little spell you play there. Alright, hear me out. You're a Brask's Forge with doubling season. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make that happen, kids. Another up the beanstalk. Another ping. You get to draw a card. That's fine. Gonna take a point of damage there so you can bounce one of my guys back. You're thinking about it. Yep, you do. That's fine. You're gonna go get a lightning bolt right to your face. I'm getting that damage across anytime. Anytime. I'll get that damage across at any time. What do you have? A couple unsummons. Oh, I see. This DIMIR crab is an interesting one to have to do. Okay, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so you don't have quite enough yet, and you're dead next turn, unless you counter. I mean, you're in rough shape. Let's see what you do. I want to see if you have the counterspell. I've not seen a counterspell out of you yet, so I want to see if you have it. You more than likely do have an unsummon, so... You're going to go down to 1. Unless you have life gain. Sure. You can bounce it. It's gonna kill you. Counter it. Alright. So, we got that going on. Alright, question becomes, I think... See, I don't know if they're playing enough small cards to justify having a Pyroclasm in there. I think... do this. That way we can exile their their sorceries and instants and make the crab a bit harder to get out. That's my thought, at least. Recording this the day after Thanksgiving. Actually, I'll be posting this soon after. Got a little bit of time this afternoon. Gonna get caught up on some content creation. Age of Empires stuff has been a little bit on the slower side lately. Just had a lot going on, not enough time to dedicate to it. And by the time the end of the day comes around, I'm like, don't feel like I'm at my freshest. Oh, hey, we have the Ghost Vacuum, so you know what? That can definitely be a thing. Up the beanstalk, of course. See what they do with these. Do you put another one down? That's another. Do I get another one down? Nope. Probably not. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Ward 2. Yeah, let's go for it. It's an interesting build. With the Simic colors there. It's almost like a Simic ramp type deal. So they're gonna gain life. Hey, there's the Terror. Can bring that back. And that's definitely coming back down to the battlefield. Try another one on for size. Good job. So not sure if I'm going to get what I need out of this at the moment, but we will do our very utmost best. They're looking at the card. They're reading the cards. Not really what we like to see. We like opponents that don't read the cards, because they're the ones that get tripped up the most. Ouch! That hurt. Sure, now we're on a clock. That's not fun. Although now I do get to kinda do this. I get my own Tolarian Terror. Kinda, sorta. Yeah, I don't think we're winning this one, but that's fine. We go 2-2 with this build. I'm okay with that. A way to give him haste? Oh. I gotta do that. Alright, let's move on to the next match. Let's move on. Yeah, we gotta make sure that this is... We haven't seen our hired claw at all either. That's an interesting one that we haven't seen yet. Hey, Razorkin Needlehead is a great card, especially in a build like this where you're drawing cards. That is an absolutely... 2 of them! That is an absolutely great card to find. Okay, there it is. Urabrask's Forge, always a good choice. I don't think we get away with a second one. Maybe. No attacks. Yep, that's why. Okay. It's the Floodmaw. What is that one? Biology Instructor. Hold on. Gain 3 life. Okay, that's clever. And then what? Coming over the top. I'm gonna double block thinking about it. They are. Alright. That was worth the shot. Flood mod? I mean... Oh, that's what that is. Constant pressure. So they'll put their terror down. Yep. Okay. Not enough to... No attacks. What are they? They can of course bounce back the Razorkin, but that's gonna be... You're gonna take one. Yeah, just swing. Okay. So we're on a 4-turn clock. We gotta get them down in 4. Okay, there's another terror. That's not what we like to see. Now the question becomes... Ooh. Yeah, no attacks. What do you think? You think we block with the Viper? I think we block with the Viper. Didn't think we had much of a choice there. Hey, another Forge is a great idea. Okay. Good game. Alright. Cool. Well, let's go to the post-game analysis. Okay, so not quite the result we were looking for, but you can see that with this particular mono-red build, it's all about pinging your opponent. And when you come across a deck like the Simic one that we just came across, you know, that one's nickeling and diming them is probably not going to be the way to go. We just didn't draw into the big stuff like our Shivan Devastator. If we had a Shivan Devastator, probably could have, you know, swung over the top and won at least that third match. Especially we got them down to 3, but bigger creatures, they were able to tap stuff down, control the battlefield. Happens. But anyway, so this is a very interesting build. I kind of, you know, threw it together yesterday. It's kind of like a meme build, trying to throw this together, and I was like, hey, this deck actually kind of works a little bit. And so I like taking those quirky ideas and putting them out there to you so you can improve upon them and do whatever. So, if you like what you saw, please like, please subscribe, and as always, my magic miscreants, may you always be on the play and may all your spells hit the battlefield. Risen Dragon is out. Enjoy your Friday.